Charlie Kirk's life mission about having political dialogue about policies, agendas, laws, social issues on campuses should be his legacy. Goddamn moon crickets have hijacked it, and now every time you talk about Charlie, you got to defend him from being the worst thing a white person can be in this country, racist. You got to spend all your time defending Charlie against being racist. When black folk are such a small part of this whole story, Charlie Kirk's life and his mission had very little to do with black people. As a singled out, yes, black people were part of the larger America, but as far as singling black people out, they're a very small group on a very small part of what he did. They're making it seem like Charlie was the goddamn leader of the NAACP. Because everything's about race now. Everything's about, was Charlie a racist? Was Charlie this? That has nothing. Yo, blacks have done it again. They've centered themselves. They've taken center stage in a story that they are a extra in. Blacks are a extra in this story, and we've somehow centered ourselves. Shout out to Gauchman-Low. Gauchman-Low says, salute Ak and the nation, appreciate Ak and this nation rising to the occasion. Yeah, he said, blacks, Victor Creed, long time. Now, I can't say supporter, but long time viewer. Victor Creed says, blacks are no part of this story. This was a snowball fight. That's true to an extent. But blacks seized the moment and said, oh, he's racist. We should celebrate his death. White liberals and we're celebrating his death. What sin gives us clearance to celebrate his death? Did he steal something? Could we justify celebrating Charlie Kirk's death if he embezzled some money? No. Could we justify celebrating Charlie Kirk's death if he was mean to his wife? No. Could we justify celebrating Charlie Kirk's death if he drove drunk? No. Could we justify celebrating Charlie Kirk's death if he cheated on his taxes? No. Could we justify celebrating Charlie Kirk's death? Nothing but could we? No. But you know one thing we could justify celebrating Charlie Kirk's death? You know one thing where if we call him this, we can dance in the streets and celebrate his death. He didn't even say mean words. That's the thing about it. He didn't even say mean words. Black folk have hijacked this shit. Shout out to Kevin, man. Kevin, a member for 8 months. He said, I went to Turning Point USA last year. He had many Sunmen there. Yeah, I mean, whether he did or not, man. Why do we have to? Why does Charlie have to be defended? No, he like black people. Black people. Black people are assholes most of the time. So what if you don't like black people? Black people are the most unlikable people on the planet. Well, no, I won't say that. Asians are pretty unlikable, but they don't care. And Asians ain't gonna kill you. Asians ain't gonna kill you. And then they got K-pop too. K-pop, makes Asians a little bit more cooler. He committed the original sin of being a racist. So we get to, therefore, dance on his grave. Salute to S Freak, man. He says salute to the nation. Black people are not even, none of this should be about black people. There should be nothing in here talking about black people.
We're active in about 15 campuses, and we're growing very, very quickly. And keep in mind, this is not just a flash in the pan movement. We're going to become an institution to give them the power and the confidence to stand up and let their voice be heard. I started this organization when I was 18 years old. I decided not to go to college. I didn't get in my dream school, which was the United States Military Academy at West Point. I have this idea to galvanize and motivate the future youth of this country around a core set of ideas, not just political parties or politicians. And the ideas are really America's the greatest country in the history of the world. The Constitution is the greatest political document ever written, and free enterprise is the most assured way to lift people out of poverty and create prosperity for all. Those are the three big ideas. And I think that's something that can win.
We as Christians are called to go into the public arena to correct error with truth. So I go to college campuses and there's a lot of error. We're all sinners. We are all live in error. I'm far more interested in what God wants of me than what I want from God.
I have to say this without getting emotional, but I'm very proud of my husband. And I know many of you are too. You have worked so.
What a wonderful woman, man. God, man. Most women are awful. Most women are awful, self-centered bitches that just complain all the time. Salute, Charlie, man. You had a good one, man. I'm sad that you won't be able to take advantage of that, man.
And I know many of you are too. You have worked so hard. And I know a lot of you have seen, obviously, his videos on TikTok and all the stuff he does on campus. But no one gets to see him from my angle except for myself and our children.
Man, that feels so good, man. You know, sometimes you take advantage. Sometimes you take for granted that, man. That when your kids run up on you, hi, daddy. You take that for granted sometimes, man. That makes you a millionaire. When your kids see you and they so happy and they run up on you, that makes you a millionaire. So what? I don't give a if anybody donates to this channel ever again. The feeling of your kids running up on you, daddy, and jumping into your arms. Oh my God. And my son, he just started doing it. He's like, hey, 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 hey. And then you grab him and you hug him. And then they be like, all right, get the off me. And then they want to go run around and do some shit. But for that second or two, for that second or two when you holding them, man, that shit feel good, man. Man, yo, they acting like that. What he said about reparations is more important to his story than this. They trying to equivocate some somewhere being mad about some soundbite to this. Like, they trying to act like if you make a movie about Charlie Kirk, what's some goddamn she-boon ape heard somebody say at this beauty salon about Charlie Kirk is just as part of the movie as this. Press one. They conning us, man. They're conning us. They are conning us. This is a con. Some son man with a degree from Tard State HBCU prancing around. Charlie was a racist. Like, his opinion should be like in the movie of Charlie Kirk just as prominent as this.
See him from my angle except for myself and our children. And the sacrifices that he made this year, he's amazing. I'm very blessed.
And I would not have been able to do any of it without Erica. And that's the real truth. I'll tell you what. You are here as a grassroots response to the top-down revolution happening in this country. I want our Turning Point USA students to receive a round of applause. These are the freedom fighters of America.
The media said that Turning Point could never run a ground game. They weren't experienced. They didn't know Charlie, right?
This is the greatest